That song you love is on right now, not later, not on a playlist, not something you have to pay for. I mean live, right now. That's called radio. In Seattle, that's called Warm 106.9.
From 80 degrees to 8 degrees. The day before yesterday, I boarded a plane in the Coachella Valley in the Southern California desert, where the temperature hovered comfortably around 80 degrees. A couple of hours later, I landed in Denver, Colorado, where it was 8 degrees. 8. Which immediately raises the obvious question. Why would any sane individual do that? At 80 degrees, life is generous. It makes allowances. It forgives poor decisions. At 8 degrees, life is not in a forgiving mood. In warm weather, clothing is mostly a matter of taste. You choose outfits the way you choose ice cream flavors, based on mood. Shorts or long pants, sleeves or no sleeves. Shoes are optional in spirit, if not in law. At 8 degrees, clothing becomes a strategy. Not an outfit, a strategy. Layers matter. Fabric matters. Zippers, cuffs, insulation, wind resistance, all suddenly relevant. You don't throw something on. You assemble yourself. You dress like someone who has read the instruction manual. Shoes, I discovered, are no longer accessories. They are safety equipment. Food and drink behave differently too. In warm weather, drinks sweat. In cold weather, they freeze, or at least threaten to. Warm weather encourages cold drinks. Cold weather demands hot ones. Soup suddenly makes sense. So does oatmeal. So does anything that radiates warmth and reassurance. Even eating changes. In 80 degrees, you graze. In 8 degrees, you fuel. Then there's the matter of stepping outside. In warm weather, you say things like, I'll just step out for a minute. At 8 degrees, that sentence carries consequences. Faces hurt, hands complain, wind becomes personal, time compresses. You move with purpose. No lingering, no casual wandering. You do what you came to do and return indoors victorious. What struck me most, though, was how quickly attitude becomes part of the equation. In warm weather, attitude is optional. The environment does most of the work. In cold weather, attitude matters a lot. Complaining doesn't help. Denial doesn't help. Overconfidence really doesn't help. Cold demands respect. It also sharpens awareness. You notice the texture of gloves, the seal around your neck, the exact moment heat escapes. You become mindful without trying to be. Presence is enforced. There are also things you simply do not do. You do not underestimate the cold. You do not ignore the forecast. You do not pretend you're tougher than physics. And you definitely do not say, it's not that bad, unless you're prepared to be corrected immediately. Somehow, in all of this, I found myself oddly appreciative. 80 degrees is lovely. I'm not arguing otherwise. But it flatters us. It lets us believe we are more adaptable, more carefree, more capable than we sometimes are. 8 degrees tells the truth. It reminds us that comfort is conditional, that preparation matters, that small oversights add up, and that the environment, whether weather, circumstance, or stage of life, sets the rules whether we like them or not. Yesterday, I went from sandals to survival mode in a single flight. And while I'm not convinced it was a sane decision, I will say this: cold has a way of waking you up. You feel it, you respect it, and for better or worse, you adjust.
Be sure to subscribe to Meandering Musings wherever you get your favorite podcasts. For more about Neil Peterson and to read more Meandering Musings and travel essays, visit meanderingmusings.net. Tell your friends about Meandering Musings and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.